Alright folks, we got one gate almost completed already. We'll try to build another one. Also, I have a 4,000 bushel contract ready to be hauled in. We pulled some corn. Dad took a load in this morning at a one bin over at the North Farm. And then we tried pulling corn out of the other one, and it's not, the corn ain't flowing. So we might have to grain vac it. We might try to, anyway, we'll show you that in a little bit. As you can see, the ground is still wet. We got a rain yesterday, and we have another big one coming in 2 days. It just won't stop. The previous 3 years, we'd do anything for a rain, and now it's just like, oh, we got a lot to hay yet. There's standing water in there, so you don't want to lay hay down in standing water. Maybe we'll get to it in August.
When you grab the wrench to tighten it, and the first thing you hear is about 3 bones pop, and then you move it. It's pretty tight.
Little baby doggy. Well, Dad's got the semi started. We're gonna head over with the grain vac and start sucking. So yesterday we pulled a load out of this bin, and that worked great. And then we went over here, and we could not get grain to come out. We opened both traps, opened them and shut them back and forth, and couldn't get anything. So now we're gonna set the grain vac up right here. There's a little spot that we can poke the hose into right there, and we're just gonna have to unload on the side. Alright, I think we're ready to go. Oh, just got bit on the hand by a skeeter. This ain't ideal, but it's what we gotta work with. Gonna suck it out of this hole. These grain vacs are very loud, but it's definitely pulling it faster out of this bin than the built-in unload auger does. Hopefully this temp doesn't climb any higher than that. That's plenty. pretty much wide open running this machine back here. I'd say we're full. The wheels are spinning a bit. That gate we built, it's gonna get hung right here. We gotta build another one just like it to go to the other side. We'll probably do that in the next couple days because it's gonna rain more, so we're not gonna be in the field. A little bit of continuous there, and then we'll put a sort of ratchet here to keep the cables tight. The humidity is reading bull crotch peak breeding season, July. So you see how the auger coming out of this bin is very level with the ground. So you can imagine when we had 6 inches of rain that some was seeping in and maybe even went up the bin just a tickle. And so that's what we're dealing with. There's probably some moldy corn in there that's not falling in. Even though we opened and closed the traps a bunch, nothing would fall in and go out. We have loaded up right here, load 2 and 3. We just need to do one more after this, so not a big deal. But you know, it just sucks knowing that there's probably some rotten grain in the bottom of that bin, and we're not getting it out today because that bin has quite a bit of corn in it left. We're starting to get empty by the door there. Our flow's getting low. Oh my. This thing just fell apart. If you can imagine this bearing that holds this auger in place, there's one at the top there, I assume, that just fell apart. And when I keep going with that, that's gonna just fall out, I suppose. I think it's an easy fix. It's like a shear bolt or something broke. And we won't need to use this again for about 30 days, so we got plenty of time to fix it. I can tell you I'm excited because once Dad delivers that last load, I'm gonna have a payment coming my way. These 4,000 bushel we just took in, I sold those months ago back when corn was worth something. That's actually my highest dollar per bushel that I got, so that'll be fun when it hits the bank account. Well, I'd like to finish this gate up and then try to get the next one done, and maybe tomorrow we can weld those on. So I went to fold it up, and one of the augers and flighting fell out. So there's like a shear bolt or something that goes through that, and I think we just got to replace it where that wire is.
Yeah. Roll pin.
Roll pin.
That's what I'd say.
I suppose if we look at another one. So this one's a bolt that's triple nutted. This is a point where I'm pretty happy that it's almost done. We just need to flip her over, weld the other side, put a gate latch, and this thing is about done. Your ground. There's a party on the mound. It's the get me out of the mud party. Is there any rhyme to it?
That's the only rhyme. Is that a hex?
Yep.
That helps.
That's how it kept working, I reckon.
Takes a lot of, yeah.
So it's not really even a shear bolt. It
Takes
just
a lot of the abuse out of the bolt, off the bolt by being a hex. So just gotta hold it on there. There you go, piglet.
Am I piglet?
Yeah, you're piglet.
Okay. My corn's hauled, so hopefully I'll get a little jangle in my pocket soon. We got 2 gates built, fixed the grain vac, and I think tomorrow we'll weld those gates up and do a little bit of that kind of stuff. Thanks for watching, everybody. Love to see you next time. Have a good one. I bet you he knows something about that over there.
Is there a mess?
Yeah.
Is it wet or solid?
Solid.